Sagittarius, song that's playing for you is semi-on. So yeah, you could be in you be in a position you up in the semi-on support, or when it come to your passion, you turning it up a notch when you express or invest yourself in a certain type of arena or a certain type of space in your reality. You might have been in something to a cups in reverse that brought your feelings to a lower place. But that it's like in order to go forward, in order for you to shoot an arrow, you gotta pull it back first. So yeah, something went down. You might have been in a lower emotional place about a situation, whether about how the way something was, you didn't feel good about the way a dynamic or space you shared with someone or how you expressed something in your environment. You didn't like how you felt about that expression or just where that relationship or friendship was. Or someone you might have been in a space with dealing with a certain group of people or a person or a relationship or a friend or just you were in a relation and you were relating with something that brought you to a lower place of feeling about just that category of life. So friendships, you were in a friend and that friend might have abused you and brought you to a lower place of feeling about the category of friends. You were in a relationship and your partner, y'all been through so much shit. Yeah, you got through it, you got through hell, but now it tainted your vision on relationships type shit. Tainted your vision on family because what your family did to you. And whatever realm of reality we talking about. But now it's like now you may be in a position where you up in the semi on them, in the sense where now you may have been, after going through that, it put you in a position to have a different fire or see a different vision. Now that you done been through that, now it's like you could be restoring your vision or your imagination, or something external to you could have restored your imagination or vision on the topic of friendships, the topic of family, the topic of relationships, the topic of whatever we dealing with. You feel me? It's so whether your vision has been restored because you got shot with someone semi, or you the one who's shooting the passion now that you see a different sight. You see a different tomorrow. And that came through wisdom. And wisdom comes through experience. So you've experienced something. Look, and after change, that shit might have flipped you on your ass. I'm telling you. If it's you versus someone outside of you, now that you're wise to someone external to you, or now that you're wise in a relationship, friendship, or situation, you can no longer be bringing the same type of mind you used to bring to an environment, to a friendship, to a relationship. And that's turning someone else's world upside down in regards to the space they share with you. Now it's like the song that's playing is survival. And someone who was manipulating you, they might have lost that power over you. They don't know how to get that back. And then now they're in survival mode when it comes to the energy or the space they share with you. When they want to get you, some shit's over. You're not nurturing the way you used to nurture. You're not nurturing a space the way you used to nurture a space. Now that you got this new vision, now that you see this new sight, you feel this new fire. You feel me? Yeah, put your foot though. You know what you got going on, who you dealing with, where you dealing, where are you dealing. Judgment. You blew the horn. Your mind's been made up about some shit there, Sagittarius. Now you could be in a position where you were in survival mode and now you getting out because you realize this shit ain't worth struggling over. This shit ain't worth fighting for. Now look, now that you're aware of your own motions, your cycles, and that might have came through going through an experience. After experiencing something, you in a position to be in an awareness and want to talk about that awareness. Now that you know what you know about a situation, relationship, or friendship, now you want to talk about some shit. Now you want to talk about this. Now you want to address something to somebody, or now you're ready to just shine a light in your world. It might have been a burden for you to keep something hidden or keep something suppressed for so long, and now you ain't doing that no more. Now I gotta deal with all this drama and deal with myself. You feel me? So you may be put in a position where you're expressing the truth you know about X, Y, and Z, whatever we dealing with. Yeah, and it's putting you in a position, or it's putting people outside of you. You making a judgment for your brighter tomorrow, or just for your feelings, your emotions. Now that you know your cycles or how you feel, you got a full understanding about a relationship, a full understanding about a scenario, a situation. You now that you got this understanding, now that you're in this place, it's like people around you can benefit off of your decisions. The fact that you're in a higher mind, a higher place, a higher vibe when it comes to a certain topic, subject, or situation. It's like everybody can sip on this cup with you. Everybody can feel this feels with you. Everybody can benefit from you being happy. When you weren't happy, or when you weren't making a judgment, or when you didn't make a decision, it's like people in your reality would feel that. They would go through that with you just because you were in a bad mood. Everybody around you was in a bad mood. You were in a certain type of mind. You were in a certain type of scenario that wasn't fulfilling you in some way, shape, or form. And so that everybody who dealt with you went through that. Now that you're through that, now that you're out of that, now that you made a decision about that, which you communicate or express yourself with, which you see, which you feel, now you're in a different place. Everybody around you happy too. Everybody around you can benefit from you being in a certain type of vibe. Or you making a decision to want to celebrate somewhere. Someone outside of you could be celebrating their emotions regarding what they invested in, regarding what they feel about. And that may have served as an example to you to put yourself in a position to make a decision. You know what side of the fence you fall on? Banana Man. Hey, listen there, Sag. I don't know what Banana Man is the song that's playing for you now. I'm going to just leave it right there. We ain't going to say too much on that. We ain't going to say too much on that one, Sag. We know what that means for you, though. If you got piped up, someone put the pipe on you. Yeah, damn, you feeling good. I'm telling you. And then the song that's playing is Rich Spirit. Yeah, you feeling good there, Sagittarius. And whatever, you feel free right now. Because of a judgment you made, a decision you made, or a decision that was made that you ain't had no choice. But it's like, it wasn't made for you if you didn't make the decision yourself. It's like external forces outside of you put you in a position to see or realize something about someone or something external to you. And now that you're in that position, you feel a certain type of way about that. And now that you feel a certain type of way about that, you feel free. Oh, I'm fasting. Can't fuck with you no more. Or someone outside of you's freedom served as an example for you to make a judgment call on something you were expressing or investing your time and energy into. You know what that means for you. So it's like someone outside of you's being naked in their reality, being free and open in their life. Their sunlight, their light shedded light on your life, and that put you in a position to make a decision. And ever since you made that decision, you've been free, you've been happy, you've been emotionally expressing and or investing yourself in a certain type of way in your reality. And that's your justice. So whether someone is an example for you, or you just made a decision in totality because you became aware of something external when it came to a space you shared with someone or someones. Yeah, now look, you could in the past, you could have not been being honest with yourself about something, or if you're dealing with someone outside of you, it's like someone could not have been being honest with themselves about the space they shared or what they manifested with you. But it's like a judgment was called on that. And now ain't no more conflict when it comes to the knowing or the understanding. Whether that knowing and understanding is on Sagittarius' part, now that you know, now that you understand your truth, your awareness, it's like you're not hiding this truth you know anymore. Or somebody outside of you. You might be dealing with who had that in the same position? I want to say a Virgo. If it's not a Virgo, it's a Gemini. Or you just got that somewhere in your chart. Yeah, look, you expressing the truth. This is a fallout. I usually don't address, but you expressing the truth regarding something that wasn't healing you. You being open and honest with yourself about something you were being dishonest to yourself about for a while. You didn't want to see that truth. You didn't want to accept that fact, become aware of that realization. But now you are. And then ever since you've accepted that, or ever since you came to terms with that, or made peace with that, or whatever, you feel me? It's like you've been free ever since. Because a nigga got no Goldie is a song that's playing for you. No. That's a whole lot came out with that. We ain't gonna talk about that. So they get locked jaw. Yeah, this was in your last one. Is somebody getting knocked out of a position though? And they may be in denial about that with you. Because they can't heal something with you. It's like you setting yourself free from a toxic or somebody who was dishonest to you. Someone lied to you. And now it's like ever since you stopped associating yourself with that person, and ever since you started holding on to the mind you made up about this situation, or just the abundance, or what you started, how you started thinking, and you started investing in a new truth. Look, there go that sword. And that's that same sword. It's like you started investing in the aspects or the ideas you had that you may not have been sharing with your world previously, because your external environment wasn't the type of space to hold that truth you had. You weren't in a friendship that could hold that sword, that could handle that sword, that can see or become aware of that truth with you. You stopped investing in relationships or friendships that didn't align or weren't the right atmosphere for the type of oxygen you needed. You feel me? You couldn't breathe in that space. You was really suffocating yourself when you kicked it with those people. Invested in that friendship, invested in that relationship. It ain't bring you a good what? Feeling. Ace of Cups in reverse. So what did you do? You set yourself on you got a new vision, got a new passion after becoming aware or knowing that you can't fight for something that ain't gonna heal you. You might have changed how you invested in that. You made a decision, you know what, now that you know how you feel about this situation, now that you done been through this cycle so many times, you got a full understanding about it. Now you can make the proper what? Judgment to do what? Make you happy and set you free from whatever burden or whatever lie you were living previously. Yeah, something make you happy. It was not a happy home. This is the second time this card came out. The first time it came out with the death in reverse. No, it came out with death upright, and now it came out with the Ten of Cups in reverse. So yeah, something make you happy, and you're no longer hiding that. You set yourself free from something, or you're setting yourself free from something. You shining your light. Got a whole lot. You got the sun and the moon, and then you got the Hangman in reverse with the Four Swords in reverse. Yeah, you talking about what you know when it comes to something. You shining your little light about a relationship, about a topic, about a situation, or you just shining your light in general. You walking in your truth now. You know it's time for you to live or express in a certain type of direction. And you know that because after being in something that had you in a lower place, it didn't have you being viewed or seen the way you wanted to be received when it came to your reality or when it came to your relationship. You thought you would be in one place by now in your relationship, but you're not in this place you thought you would be in regards to your relationship. You thought you would be, if you did this or express yourself like this in your reality in some way, you thought it would bring you some sort of return in the sense where people would view you a certain type of way, or you would be put in a certain type of space and or position in once after you expressed that. But after you took that action, but it ain't panned out the way you thought it panned out. But that happening put you in a position to make a judgment for the better. Now you got your mind in the right place when you think about manifesting ideas or building upon something. You feel me? You know if that's for you or not, though. Yeah, and you got a whole lot of fire for that shit too there, Sag. You got a whole lot of drive behind you right now to express and or invest or participate in a space now that you no longer being dishonest with yourself, or now that you no longer investing in dishonest or toxic feminine energies, whether those energies rely in a male or female. You've been through some shit with a toxic party or toxic folk external to you. Empress in reverse, you was dealing with a real wicked motherfucker, matter of fact. And that brought you to a better balanced place. Temperance, there you go. Now that after you done been through all that toxicity, now you feel free